We all know you as a marketing veteran who's done some fantastic work with great brands and as an author. But today we're going to talk something that's a little more personal. Want to know about your personal transition into retirement and how you reinvented yourself. So just a quick context about this. So from House of Alpha, we focus on retirement transition as the key core of our job, and we think you should not retire, you should refire. So that's the basis, and you're a living example of somebody who has refired. So I am very keen to go behind the scene and understand the mindset and how you went about this. So give us a little bit insight about your career, your long career with advertising and marketing, and what you most enjoyed.
And then I did my PUC from Loyola and did my engineering from IIT, IIT Madras. Then I went to IIM Calcutta for a MBA straight off from IIT. I got fascinated with the world of advertising, so I joined Rediffusion Advertising, which was started by a bunch of IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Calcutta alumni. I was probably one of the early IIT IIMs to get into advertising. Yeah, mostly before the mid-70s, people who got into advertising were people who were from the theatre crowd. And I was, in a sense, an oddity because I was both an engineer and an MBA. It's never smooth. Because especially if you, a CEO level in a big company, it's not smooth. I'm not going to sit at home. I will find an office. I'll set up an office. Even if I have to sit there alone, I will set up an office. I will not sit at home. I had set up a consulting company called Cogito within Ulka, and we had done a lot of consulting projects. So I knew that how the consulting game works. I am hanging up my boots on, let's say, 1st of April 2016. What am I going to do from, 2nd of April? And there is this famous play, right? Death of a Salesman, which got made into a very famous movie in Tamil called Vietnam Veed, where the salesman retires. After that, he doesn't know what to do. Because every day, all he knows is taking his bag and going out and selling machines. Right? And suddenly stop doing it. This is it. This is life.
This is it. Yeah.
So you have to realize that people today respect you not because of you, it's because of your chair. You get off that chair, someone else sits, the respect has gone to that. So you have to wake up to that.
Very intrigued by it. I mean, it's
very tough to sell Yellow Pages.
Really? Okay. So that really makes it dinosaur age, right? So Yellow Pages to today, digital marketing. And you very open-mindedly said that I'm getting help from somebody else because I don't understand it. I mean, you're a marketing veteran. You've been there, done that. But to have that in you to go out and seek help,
I don't know. I don't know. A lot of things are changing. The world of marketing is dramatically changing. So I'm also worried that, maybe a year or two, I'll be completely outclassed. I will not know anything. So,
how do you go about?
So you need to keep learning, keep reinventing. That's the only way.
You wish somebody had told you that when you were 40, did you? Is that a reason why you're saying, I wish somebody told me that?
No, I'm saying so. I should have listened more. Would have helped,
It would have helped. Fantastic. So thank you very much, sir. Thank you for coming on this show on Refired Lives. Of course, we all know you as a marketing veteran who's done some fantastic work with great brands and as an author. But today we're going to talk something that's a little more personal. Want to know about your personal transition into retirement and how you reinvented yourself. So just a quick context about this. So from House of Alpha, we focus on retirement transition as the key core of our job, and we think you should not retire, you should refire. So that's the basis, and you're a living example of somebody who has refired. So I am very keen to go behind the scene and understand the mindset and how you went about this. So give us a little bit insight about your career, your long career with advertising and marketing, and what you most enjoyed.
So first, Bhuvana, thank you for inviting me on to your show.
Thanks.
You're calling it what? ReFirement
Talks.
ReFirement Talks.
Refired Lives.
So thank you for inviting me onto your show, and happy to be here.
Thank you.
So if I were to pull back, I did my college in Chennai from a school. If you're from Chennai, you know I'm from a school called Mylapore in Vidya Mandir, Mylapore.
Yep.
And then I did my PUC from Loyola and did my engineering from IIT, IIT Madras. Then I went to IIM Calcutta for a MBA straight off from IIT.
Okay.
If I were to do that again, I would have probably worked for 2 years before doing my MBA. Anyway, after MBA, I got fascinated with the world of advertising. So I joined Rediffusion Advertising, which was started by a bunch of IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Calcutta alumni.
Okay.
I was probably one of the early IIT IIMs to get into advertising.
Yeah.
Mostly before the mid-70s, people who got into advertising were people who were from the theatre crowd. So end 70s was when IIM MBAs were getting into advertising.
Okay.
And I was in a sense an oddity because I was both an engineer and an MBA. Started in Rediffusion, worked for about 3 years. Then I'm having a very good time. Then I said I should look at the other side.
Okay.
So managed to get a job at Boots Company, which makes pharmaceuticals and OTC products. I worked on brands like Colder Strepsils, Bernol, Sweetex, and then of course Brufen and Canetone. I worked there for about 6 years. Then for whatever reason, I decided to move into sales. I was in UDI Yellow Pages in Delhi. Set up the first direct selling operation for Yellow Pages.
Wow.
Had a sales team between Bombay, Delhi, Calcutta of roughly 300. That lasted for about 2 years. And then my then boss decided to join Ulka, which was not in a great shape. He managed to attract me to join him on a mission to turn around the agency. I joined in 1989. Worked in Chennai for 5 years. Because they had a south operation which was all soaked in red. So managed to turn it around after 3 years. Continued for 2 more years. And then I came to Bombay in 94. And then I worked with Ulka, which we then sold 51% to an international company called Food Cone Building in 97. We became FCB Ulka. Then 2007, the balance 49% was sold. We became 100% American owned. We continued to work till around our retirement age was 58. But everyone or most people got a 3-year standard extension as an advisor. So I continued for another 3 years. Got out at the age of 61 in 2016. So normally, what do you do after you so-called retire? And I said I will not sit at home and do nothing. So even during my career, I had a few parallel passions which were running. I used to teach at Somaya, and then later at NMIMS. I used to teach brand management, advertising management. I used to teach full courses, which I had reduced later. I used to write books. My first book came out in the year 2000. So I think it was 2016 January. I was at some event in Delhi on design thinking, and an old friend who was taking over as dean of SP Jain, Bhavan's College, SP Jain, said that, what do you plan to do? I said, look, I do this and that. So he said, why don't you join us? I said, look, I don't want to do full-time academic job. So he said, okay, we are starting something new in collaboration with Times Group. So give us maybe 1 day a week. So I said, okay, 5 days a month. We'll come and work. And, so that's how it started. So even before I kind of retired, I had something to do. Which was once a week or twice a week. I had to go to SP Jain. And around that time, a couple of other friends called to say, look, can you advise me? I'm starting something new. There was an agency in Chennai who said, my client is planning to spend big money, but they don't seem to understand how to plan. So can you come and help? So that's how it started.
Okay.
So 2016, now it's going to be 10 years in a few months. I've been doing multiple things.
Okay.
I met Pradipto Mahapatra in 2016, and I wanted to ask him, a friend of mine who was a certified coach from CFI,
Okay.
met me in January. I said, Ambi, why don't you become a coach?
Okay.
So I said, yeah, I only have basically marketing and advertising experience. How can I become a coach? Coach has to have big company experience. He said, no need. Anyway, Pradipta is a founder of CFI. Why don't you go meet him? So I went and met Pradipta. Pradipta had a long chat. And he said, even if you want to do mostly brand advisory work, coaching certification will give you a perspective on how to approach even that. So I joined, and I think 2016 is when I joined CFI certification program. That's when I met your friend Bala. Became good friends. So I did that. So I'm doing a bit of coaching.
Okay.
I do teaching at SPJ, and I teach 2 courses. One on consumer behavior, which is for the 2-year MBA program. I teach buyer behavior again for the 2-year MBA program, and I also teach integrated marketing communication for the 1-year MBA program.
Okay.
So when I'm teaching, I'm in campus the whole day. And when the teaching happens in kind of groups, right? So when the course starts over 6 weeks, I need to finish 18 sessions. So I'm there probably 9 days, taking those 18 sessions. I also do a bit of helping them in terms of some MDP, industry programs I help. So that's one part. That's academic part which I'm involved in. Then I said I do some executive coaching, largely through CFI. So CFI has a roster of some 200 certified coaches. Whenever a company approaches them, they send them a few names. The company then talks to us and picks one of us. So that's currently last year I had 3 running. Currently I have 1, maybe 1 more. That's the second module, if you were to call it that. The third is what I call brand coaching.
Okay.
Where a company comes and says, look, we have launched this brand. We are having some issues. Can you come and help us?
Okay.
So it could be a new brand. It could be a brand that's been running for a long time. So I perform the role of a brand coach, which means I meet them maybe once a month, spend a day asking them questions. They prepare the answer. I meet them. So like this, I've done brand coaching assignments for TI Cycles, Nippon Paint, PepsiCo, etc., etc. So that's the so-called maybe the third vertical.
Okay.
The fourth vertical is really writing. So I've written. My first book came out in the year 2000.
Okay.
My latest book, this one,
12th.
which is my 12th book, has just come out this year, 2 months ago.
Yes.
I also write a monthly column in Business Standard.
Yes, I do catch them.
And then occasionally I write for Hindustan Times and for Business Line and for Economic Times. So currently I'm juggling. I've forgotten something. I need to send something tomorrow, day after, to my editor.
Okay.
So I need to write. So I enjoy reading. I read a lot. At least after I got on my full-time job, I must be averaging 40 books a year.
Wow.
Some years 55.
Fantastic.
Mix of both fiction, non-fiction. So I read a lot.
Okay.
And I'm happy to keep writing. And as long as people are willing to ask me to write, I'm willing to write. So this is my journey. And the other vertical, which I was on several boards.
There's more? Okay.
No, I was on a lot of boards as independent director. I was on the board of FDC, which makes electoral. As an independent director, I was the chairman of the board of Galaxy Surfactants, which makes raw materials for shampoos and toothpaste. I was on their board for 15 years. I was on the board of Rediff.com.
Okay.
I was on the board of a company called Cube Cinema Technologies, and also on the board of Hindu Publications. So I continue to be on the Hindu board.
Okay.
That term is not yet over. Okay. But that's one thing. I've reduced. The other 4, I'm no longer there. So these are the 4, 5, 6 things which I do.
Oh, that's 2 hands full, sir.
Too much. Actually, appearing on this podcast. This, I think, is the 10th podcast I'm appearing on in the last, about 15.
That's the 6th.
Yeah, maybe 6th one. The last 2 months, there have been 10 podcasts I've appeared on.
Wow.
But it's okay. It's fun. Yeah. Okay.
You seem like you're busier now than you probably were busier when you were working like full time.
Time-wise, I may be busy, but I don't have the tension of achieving the budget, doing the numbers, submitting, talking to the bosses from New York and, telling them I'm doing well. I don't have all that headache.
Okay. No responsibilities.
Yeah.
Okay. So amongst these 5-6 things that you do, what is it that's most enjoyable for you?
I like teaching.
Okay.
So I enjoy the interaction I have with the students. It's great fun to teach, provoke them, sometimes even taunt them, and they seem to like it.
Yep.
So I have fun. The other thing is, of course, brand coaching, where I actually sit with a real problem. What's problem? Working currently with a brand where spending a lot of money on digital marketing, but the effectiveness doesn't seem to be there. And I'm a newbie in direct, digital marketing, so I'm trying to take the help of someone to say, look, I need to understand.
Okay.
What can we do better? Because they're spending a lot of money, but they're not getting the kind of quality they should get.
Ask me about.
What should we do, right? So this is a problem. So that's another, area which I enjoy working on. New brands, existing brands. What can we do better, right? And very often I don't give any solutions.
Okay.
I'm not in the business of giving you a ready-made solution.
Okay.
Because I don't know, right? And also my coaching principle says, if I give you the solution, you will never own it.
Right.
So I always let the team discover the solution themselves. So that I enjoy doing a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from selling yellow pages to digital marketing now, that must be a fairly interesting journey.
Yeah, it's a very, very, things are changing. I mean, right now, how is AI going to change our life? We don't know.
Yeah.
But we are still struggling, right? So we'll figure out. Just as the way when computers came, will desktop computers destroy jobs? Didn't happen. Like now we are saying AI is going to destroy jobs. I don't know if that will happen.
Yeah, we survived. We will survive. Yeah.
We will find a way.
Yeah, we'll do fantastic. But this is very interesting. So from what I hear you say is even before you formally retired, you had some, opportunities to go out there and explore. So it was more, can you say it was more like a smooth transition for you that you slipped into retirement quite easily?
Okay, it's never smooth.
Okay.
Because especially if you, a CEO level in a big company, it's not smooth.
No.
Because you have a few hundred people, in my case, probably 500 people reporting to you in some form or the other. You have an executive assistant, and maybe 2-3 other people. So you do nothing, literally, right? Your hotel booking, travel booking, wherever you go. I mean, the fact that you're leaving for a meeting from your office at 10 o'clock, your secretary has called your driver and told him to be ready at the lobby, at 9:45. So everything is taken care of.
Yep.
And your secretary says, this is, so it's all done, right? So from there, moving in on your own is not easy. So it's shocking. My only thing is, when I started the Ulka office in Chennai, it was like this. I had no one.
Okay.
I was alone with one helper. So I knew I'd been through that. So otherwise, from a senior CEO level function to going in to say, look, I'm on my own, sitting alone in my office is going to be problematic. That said, I think even before I retired, I think 2 months before, I said, look, I'm not going to sit at home.
Okay.
I will find an office. I'll set up an office. Even if I have to sit there alone, I will set up an office. I will not sit at home. So this office was planned and we had taken the office almost a month before I retired.
Okay, very good. Okay.
And I knew, I will teach because I had been teaching before.
Okay.
So I knew I will continue to teach. So that was, one thing which I had already done. Consulting is again something in advertising. I had set up a consulting company called Cogito within Ulka, and we had done a lot of consulting projects. So I knew. that how the consulting game works. So I knew there'll be some consulting opportunities which will come. And then rest, we'll see. We'll see what life throws at you. So I was lucky that, a lot of people whom I had actually never done work for called me to work with them. I've never worked on the TI Cycles brand. So they called me to do a series of workshops for them. I never worked on PepsiCo brand, but they called me to do a series of workshops. Right? And of course, a few companies which knew me, companies like Tata Motors and Abbott are people who knew me. So they called me back to do some work with them. Wipro again called me back to do some work with them. So it was a mix of, surprisingly, a lot of companies which I had no clue. I mean, I got email from someone at D-Decor.
D-Decor.
On my LinkedIn account saying, look, we want you to come and look at our brand and tell us, are we doing something right? So I said, okay. So you get a lot of that. So I'm quite active. So first thing I did was, I had registered this domain name, brand-building.com, long time back. And I had put my books on that domain name. So when I was getting out of FC Bulka, friend of mine said, look, you have this brand, you have the domain name. Why don't you use it? I said, look, I'm just putting stuff there. He said, no. Why don't you use it as a calling card? So I got the website revamped and done by my own internal team. I roped in a few people whom I had worked before to be advisors with me, saying when I get a project, we can work together. They were all very happy to come. So that's how it started. And touch wood, there's not been a dull moment. There's always been something or the other happening.
Nice.
And when I have the time, I sit and write. I mean, for example, currently I'm writing on my earlier book, Nawab Noodle, is something I'm writing on that.
The 10th year edition.
Yeah, so kind of doing something new with that. I've also got other writing engagements going on. And I keep getting invited for giving talks at various places. Like you invited me to appear on this show. Next week I'm supposed to be in Goa. I think week after that maybe in Nagpur. So a little bit of travel, not the way I used to travel earlier. But I keep busy. Yeah.
Not just keep busy, sir, also making big contributions to, people.
That I don't know, but I'm anyway trying to be busy. Yeah.
I mean, unless otherwise, then why are so many people calling you, right? So that's only the proof in the pudding. But you have been a marketing man. Did you have to market yourself when you got out there?
You have to do a bit of that because, I had to make sure my LinkedIn profile was up to date. I try and post maybe 2 or 3 times a week on LinkedIn. I'm very surprised that a lot of people do read what I post on. I mean, thank you.
Yes.
But please put comments.
Yes, right? I will. You didn't add me as your friend. Now you have. But I've been following you all along.
LinkedIn had a crazy rule that I can only have 30,000
I know, that's crazy.
Connections, right?
I know, yeah.
And I cannot knock people out. Ideally, I'd like to knock people out who don't engage with me. Suppose we are connected and you never post anything on my page or you never write any comments. Why should I be connected? I'll throw you out. But LinkedIn doesn't give me a ability to knock people out. So I knock on the basis of name of this person I have not seen. I knock it out. So I keep cleaning it regularly. So I do that. I've got 40,000 followers. I keep trying to put stuff on there I think is something interesting. But no one can crack the algorithm. Sometimes what I think is very inane gets 50,000 views. Where I think something is very interesting gets 5,000 views. So there's no way to do that. But I keep doing it. So that's the only way. I don't do any other paid form of marketing. I've served on various committees. I've served on some CII committee. I've served on IMC committee. I've served on Bombay Management Association committee. I've served on some Bombay Chamber committee. But these are fine. Okay, they're fine. I served on the board of governors of IIM Calcutta for 10 years. And then SEBI roped me in, since you're in the financial advisory business. SEBI roped me in to be on their investor protection and education committee.
Oh, nice.
I served on that for about 5-6 years. In fact, that's when we discussed the problem of influencers.
Yes.
And how do you control them? So I mean, these are things which I'm doing, and I think everyone can be busy. I mean, it's just a mental state of mind that I will retire and do nothing. That's fine. I mean, there are a lot of friends of mine who say, look, they've retired and they do nothing. They're just relaxing, go for a morning walk, go for an evening walk, and read books, and that's it, and travel. There are some others who say, look, I pick up a new passion. And I'm following that passion. You reinvent yourself, following a passion. So, a friend of mine who retired from a very senior position, Citibank, and he said, my job is to spread the bridge culture. So he wrote a book on bridge.
Okay.
He runs a bridge academy. He does online coaching of bridge. That's it. Morning,
you
evening,
mean bridge
night.
The game?
Bridge the game.
Oh.
He spends all his time on that.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So there are multiple ways in which you can find usefulness.
No, but the intention to stay useful is is the most critical part, right? So you did mention that some of your peers, I mean, how many of people who passed out with you from IIM Cal are still as active as you are? I mean, just a dipstick, just to understand.
See, I think about 100 of us passed out, and I would say the academics who are in academia, I mean, there are professors in the US, they are still very active. Because in academia in the US, 70 is nothing. Yeah, nothing. They decide when you want to retire. Of the others who worked in India, some of them set up their own companies, but a few of them have sold their companies. A few of them are still on the board of those companies since they are major shareholders. There are some others who are actually very senior independent board directors.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So some of them are pretty active, sitting on 4, 5, 6 independent directors on 6, 7 boards. Some are teaching, right? And maybe I would say probably 50% are relaxing and traveling a lot.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Maybe a friend of mine says his agenda is to make 3 trips in India and 3 trips abroad every year. And each trip will be maximum 10 days.
Okay.
So that's his goal. And he's happy doing it. Each to his own. Who am I to say that he's wasting his time? He's having a good time. Let him go. Right?
Of course. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, from people who you see, 50% of your own colleagues are quite active and some of them are not. So, is there anything that, is there something from the work that they were doing? Did they like what they're doing that ensured that they continue doing it? Or did people who wanted to retire have jobs that didn't interest them? Or is there something like that? How do some people decide to stay active? Some people don't.
I think a lot of people, when they retire, have some idea in their head which they want to chase. Like, for example, there's a friend of mine who's in Pune, right? He was always a very strong Hindustani classical music fan. So he got deep into it. He's started learning. He set up a website. He does, like you, he does podcast. He does, a lot of stuff to spread the Hindustani music culture. Like I said, the other friend is working on spreading the bridge culture. There are a lot of people like that, right? So before you retire, you need to figure out what does retirement mean to you.
Okay.
Does it mean sitting at home, relaxing, meditating? That's fine.
Yeah.
Is it retirement mean looking at my wealth and trying to grow it, right? So that I leave a bigger amount of money for my children. And another friend of mine does a lot of financial, investment and to make money to give to charity.
Wow.
So he says, I invest, I sell, and I try and give away about 2 crores every year to charity. Right? That's his objective. Okay. He's doing a great job. Okay. Right? So it's up to you. So ideally, if in your career, in addition to your job, if you're doing something else, like let's say playing bridge or
music,
Carnatic music or Hindustani music, you can pick it up and do that more. Like I have a friend of mine who retired from TCS who said, look, I want to learn Sanskrit and very seriously. So he's learning Sanskrit, right? Another person says, every morning I sit down after my breakfast at 9:30 and till 1:30 I am reciting various mantras. Right? He knows all of them backward, right? Rudram, Chamakam, everything. He says, it takes 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
I do it every day. It's extremely energizing. Fine, right? He still looks 50 though he's 70.
Yeah.
Right? So it's up to you. What do you want to do with your life? Is it to just relax, travel, enjoy yourself? That's fine. Is it to say, look, can I do something to help people, to help society? That's very good, right? So it's up to you. There's no right or wrong answer, according to me. Yeah.
No, but we do see a lot of our own clients transitioning into retirement. And you mentioned something. Before you retire, you have to have a plan or an idea of how your retirement would look like, right? But a lot of people just chance into retirement without really like a plan and then say, figure it out later. So, I mean, in your experience, having this plan, figuring out later, you say everything is okay, right? So is there a clear advantage of planning in advance? Does it help that you're thinking of it even when you're in a job so that your connections are still there, your network is still there? Does it?
Absolutely. I think it makes tremendous amount of sense to not start worrying about retirement.
Not start worrying about it.
But have what is going to be my plan B? Right? Okay, I'm hanging up my boots on, let's say, 1st of April 2016. What am I going to do from, 2nd of April? And keep it open. You never know. And there is this famous play, right? Death of a Salesman. Which got made into a very famous movie in Tamil called Vietnam Bead, where the salesman retires. After that, he doesn't know what to do. Because every day, all he knows is taking his bag and going out and selling machines. Right? And suddenly he stopped doing it. And no one in the house is respecting him anymore.
Yeah.
See, that is a bigger problem.
Yeah.
See, the bigger problem is also that at home, what respect do you get from your spouse,
children.
From your children, etc., etc. That could also be a challenge.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to get used to it. Right. Because one day you'll get out. Right. And what are you going to do? So interestingly, I worked at least in FC Bulka right through my career, 1994 to 2016. I used to work in our Nirmal office in Nariman Point.
Okay.
After I walked out on 31st March 2016, I have not walked into that office once. Okay. So I maintained that. So I will not go back and keep showing off that I was a big boss. No. So you got to get used to it. I'll say, yeah, lump it, man. This is it. This is life.
This is it. Yeah.
So you have to realize that people today respect you not because of you, it's because of your chair. You get off that chair, someone else sits, the respect has gone to that. So you have to wake up to that.
Yeah. So you said at home your spouse treats you differently, children treat you differently. Does it make sense to leave the house and have an office and do something? Or, does it help in any way to leave the house?
I think the reason for setting up an office like the way I've done is to say I want my own space. I can sit and work. Now, unfortunately, the flat I have here, I don't have a big enough place for me to put everything. The room I have for my library is very small. Okay. I can't sit there. Right? And also at home, there are always disturbances. Someone is coming and ringing the bell. Someone's coming and asking, do you want coffee? Do you want tea? I want peace. Okay. I'll sit and if it costs money, fine. So it's an advice which you can give to people. Saying, look, you're used to your space, find your own space. Right? Set up your own office. Right?
Yeah, because not only are other people impinging on your space, you are also getting into their way because they've been used to not having you around and suddenly.
Exactly. That's what I've heard from some friends of my wife who say that, look, after he retired, he's sitting there and asking, telling the maid, clean here, clean there. That's not his job, The maid has been doing it for the last 20 years. Why suddenly he's finding fault with this? Yeah. So that's a problem.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting phase transition.
Yes.
If you plan it. I know people who retired and are enjoying themselves very well. A friend of mine who organizes music, concerts. And that's what he does. From his own pocket. Right? And he calls us and we go and attend. So there are people who are doing that. Right? That's fine.
Yep. So because this is something that we have been seeing, right? So at least in the next 10 years, the number of people who will retire, a few crores, would have all come into work in the early 90s, right? So, and these people would typically be retiring with a lot of money. Money is not really like an issue. Retirement planning traditionally is all about financially preparing for retirement, which, you have to financially prepare for retirement, no doubt about it. But money-wise, most people are kind of there, sorted. The issue is what do you do with all the time now? I've done everything that I have to do, and at 11 o'clock, there's nothing more to do. And all your life, your secretary has managed your calendar. And now this calendar is to kulla. And that's very unnerving for people. But you mentioned something interesting, saying keep an open mind, keep an open calendar. Let things come in.
Yeah, don't fill it up. Don't try and become too busy. What for? Keep yours open. Like when I started 10 years ago, I got an opportunity to invest in a few company, startups. So I have some products lying there, which I invested. Okay. I thought that will grow. I thought I will start investing in more and more companies, but didn't pan out very well at all. Right? So I stopped after about 3 years. I said, no, I'm not interested in investing. You want my advice? Come meet me.
Okay.
I'll talk to you free.
Okay.
But second meeting onwards, you have to pay me.
Okay.
And don't ask me money. I'm not investing.
Okay.
So there are people who have done that also. I have some friends of mine who are very actively engaged in advising startups, like Bala, for example, advising startups and helping them. Yeah. The other point, which is also important, is that a lot of very highly talented, qualified people are retiring.
Correct.
Right? So which means you got a lot of talent out there.
Right.
Is there a way of connecting the talent to companies and organizations need that talent? So there are various people trying to do that. There is a company which is based in Bangalore, started by a friend of mine called Neeraj, called Wisdom Circle.
Okay.
The Wisdom Circle has created a pool of people who are willing to work flexi. Okay. Right? People who are retired, beyond the age of 60, who are willing to, and he is trying to connect them to companies, right? Who want, let's say, marketing advice or HR advice or finance advice or legal advice. So he's connecting them and they decide then to work on the terms on which they work. So I think that will also grow. But the problem is not all SMEs want to pay for advice, right? And many of them don't want to use that advice. So there is that problem. So I think the opportunity here is a lot of startups are needing advice like this. So a lot of Ps and VCs are also saying, look, you need a brand called Yoga Bar. This company is investing in Yoga Bar. They said, look, they need some advice. So can you go? So I went to Bangalore, spent a day discussing their marketing problem with them. So like this, things are happening. Okay. That the VC firm says, look, this company needs some advice in marketing. I have this pool of 10 marketing people, I can send them. Yeah. Or this company needs advice in their inventory planning. Yeah. I've got this guy who's a supply chain guy. I send them, they go and spend a day and help out. Now, those kind of things are also happening. So I hope more and more of that happens.
So this is, of course, so as we evolve, market situations evolve, a lot of new solutions will come in. But for somebody who's going through this retirement as a transition, what would you say are some qualities that you have to keep to ensure that you, this is one of your most enjoyable periods in life?
I think you should see retirement not as retirement, as start of a new innings. Right? So one innings over, now think of new innings. Right? Don't say, and forget the fact that you were one big shit CEO somewhere. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
When
old stories I keep talking about.
When you're crossing the road, you're crossing the road. Just because you're a CEO of a big company, the truck is not going to stop. It's going to hit you. Right? So forget the fact. Forget the company you ran. Forget the big title you had. And, start a new chapter. Right? Be open. Be open to new opportunities. Be open to new challenges. Be open to take some risks. I invested in 5 companies. It all went down the tube. It happened.
Trial and error.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay.
So what I'm hearing you say is that keep an open mind. It's okay to experiment. Sometimes it works. Sometimes
Absolutely.
it doesn't.
Open to experiment and to fail. Be ready to fail. Be ready to flop. And I put money in a company which at that time I said, look, why are you even taking money from me? Because you're such well-known guys. You got enough money. He said, no. We want a few kind of known people investing in our company. Okay, I thought the company will succeed. It will flop. Right? So it doesn't matter. These things happen.
So how important is keeping your networking, going out, meeting people? Is that?
See, I'm not a big fan of quote-unquote networking, but I'm a big fan of networks. Right? Networking is going to a party, distributing a visiting card. That doesn't work. Right? What works is building your network, which means going and meeting people and having meaningful conversation. So that's useful. And so you need to have a good Rolodex. You should be open to help people.
Open to help people, yeah.
If you're not open to help people, no one's going to help you. Right? So be ready to invest time in meeting old friends. And you never know. This is a whole saying like, kiss the frog. Which frog will turn into prince, you don't know. So,
go around kissing frogs.
Yeah, go around kissing frogs. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, that's great. Okay, so something that you've learned from this journey that you think people shouldn't do. Like from my lessons, this is a warning, don't do it.
I remember Pradipto Mahapatra telling me, whatever you do, don't start a business school.
Okay. Don't start on this. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you didn't do it, but was it from his experience?
Yeah, from his experience. He started a business school called Chennai Business School, which didn't do well.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's one person's experience.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay.
But, I think whatever you do, you should enjoy doing it. Don't do it only for money. Because that you're now retired. You've got enough of a nest egg. You don't need to, take an early morning flight and go somewhere to meet a client whom you don't enjoy meeting. Don't. Say no. So I remember someone calling me saying, look, we are looking for someone to advise us on our branding. I said, okay. We've seen your profile. I said, okay, good. So I said, what's the sign? He said, no, we are talking to 3 consultants. Okay. So I said, that's including me? He said, yeah, including you. So I said, no, you're talking to 2. Because don't include me.
Okay.
If you want to come to me, come to me. Yeah. Don't expect you to come and make a presentation and pitch for your business. I'm not interested. Oh. So I said, yeah, you please eliminate my name. So I decided not to go and make any what is called pitching calls on anyone. No.
So that's where you draw the line.
Yeah, I will not. You want to come to me, I'm willing to meet you. First meeting, free. Second meeting, you start paying. If you don't pay, thank you very much. If you go talking to 3 people, go talk to 3 people. Don't come to me. Because in advertising, this big problem of pitching, one has gone through the grind.
Yeah.
Sorry, no pitching.
Yeah.
No free advice. Sorry.
Good. As a brand consultant, if this was my first meeting, what would you tell me to do about my brand? Because I know I remember you telling me you should stick to your finance as a topic and not digress. That was a...
No, I think you found a nice niche. You're saying I'm a financial planner and I'm focusing on people who are retiring. So focus on that. That's a good niche to be in. So you're saying I'm not focusing on people who are in their 40s and 50s. I'm focusing on people in their 60s, maybe 55, getting ready to retirement.
Yeah.
So ideally, you're trying to talk to people who are probably 55, saying, look, you're going to be retiring at the age of 60. How much do you need? What are you planning? That's fine. How people already retired who have the money, right? Who don't know where to put it properly so that they have enough nest egg to give to their children or to have a good time or to give to charity, whatever it is. Right? So your niche is nice, your positioning is nice. That's fine.
It's fine. Okay, good. So that's some validation for...
Yeah, because Bala's advised you. Bala can't be wrong.
No. Bala asked me a lot of questions, which is what he does as a coach, like what you said, you do as well. But I think that approach is amazing because then I own up to everything that I commit to, right? So it's my commitment, it's my job to live up to his trust that I will do what I promised to do. That's great. What I'm hearing from you, I think, over the years from selling Yellow Pages, which I'm very intrigued by. I mean, it's
very tough to sell Yellow Pages.
Really? Okay. So that really makes it dinosaur age, right? So Yellow Pages to today, digital marketing. And you very open-mindedly said that I'm getting help from somebody else because I don't understand it. I mean, you're a marketing veteran. You've been there, done that. But to have that in you to go out and seek help.
I don't know. I don't know. A lot of things are changing. The world of marketing is dramatically changing. So I'm also worried that, maybe a year or two, I'll be completely outclassed. I will not know anything. So,
how do you go about?
Yeah, so you need to keep learning, keep reinventing. That's the only way. And hope and pray that your learning faculties don't fade.
That's very important, right?
Yeah.
How do you stay physically fit and mentally alert, and what do you do?
Go for a morning walk, go for an evening swim. Once we finish this podcast, I'll go have my tea and then go for a swim.
Okay. That's good. So that's also very critical, right? So you mentioned being mentally alert.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Great. So one word, sir, this has been a great conversation. And just that you said that you plan for retirement, don't just jump there and then look at it like a deer stuck in the headlights, right? So just saying that is adding validation to what we do as a work, as a job also. If there is one thing that you would advise to all the people who are navigating this transition from your own learnings of what went right, what went wrong in your life, if there are just a few learnings that you would like to share, it'll also make like a quick reel clip for me.
Well, I think you should, walk into retirement with your eyes open.
Okay.
Be ready, have a plan, but be ready for the plan to go south. The plan may not work. So be ready for that. And you now have, I would assume, a reasonable amount of financial independence. So do things which you like to do. Don't do things just because someone is saying you have to do it. You don't need to, right? So enjoy what you're doing. Most important, right? And have a good time.
Okay.
That's what you should do.
Okay. Okay. So that's it. But I think you did say a lot of things without saying them, which we would, cull out as we go by. So staying curious, being willing to reinvent, drop the ego, do things, on your own. They were all little nuggets that you dropped. You didn't quite, verbalize it. But in the way you have lived and carried yourself and reinvented yourself, that's been an example in itself. You not necessarily have to say it, but that's been a great example in itself. And I think that's great learnings for people who are navigating it. I can see a lot of people struggle through this transition. They go through it very badly. And it's disheartening to, very frankly, to see such great talent, they've been fantastic people, and this one not doing this properly. The country is also losing. People like us are losing out from good mentorship and their availability. So your life and your examples probably will be a guiding light to many people who are going through this transition. So I want one more thing. So is that okay? I want to carry one small snippet for the book. The book that I'm writing. There's one chapter in that book where we say, I wish I knew when I was 40. So this book is targeted for people who are in their 40s. And for somebody who's been there, done that, and navigated through that, is there something that you would say, I wish I knew this when I was 40?
Okay, I wish I knew the benefits of long-term investing when I was 40.
Yeah.
Then I would have probably picked some good stocks and just put the money there.
Okay.
I read Benjamin Graham a bit too late in my life.
Okay. Not even at 40?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not at 40.
Okay. Okay.
I should have read it at 40.
Okay. Okay. So I'm if you have to complete the sentence, I'm glad I did this when I was 40.
Well, I'm glad I in addition to my advertising job, I also did a lot of teaching when I was 40.
Okay. So you apart from what you did as a main job, you built some hobbies and interests. Yeah. Okay. I think that's very important. But because at 40 you probably do have the energy to also go out there.
Yeah, I used to go every Sunday 2:00 to go and teach from 2 to 5:30. I used to teach on a Sunday. So, you have the energy, go do it.
I wish somebody had told me this when I was 40.
I wish someone had told me that I should improve my listening when I was 40.
Okay.
Active listening is something which coaching teaches us.
Okay.
And that's something which everyone who's rising up in an organization should learn. It's not as important. People think listening is not as important as speaking, but it's probably more important.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You wish somebody had told you that when you were 40, did you? Is that a reason why you're saying, I wish somebody told me that?
No, I'm saying so. I should have listened more.
Okay.
Would have helped. Yeah.
It would have helped. Okay. Good. So I think that kind of wraps up. This is great.
Good. Thank you.
So I'm going to use this small last piece. I'll write it down. I'm going to use it in my book. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, please go. Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Because I think that will add a lot more value to what we are putting out there. Yeah.
Okay. All the best for your book launch.
Thanks, sir. Thank you so much. And such a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
Thanks for taking time.